Hello YouTube friends. As we know, there is no rescue service in the animal world. If a creature gets into trouble, then it is doomed, and only humans can change that. Today we are going to show you the most heartbreaking moments of animals asking people for help and kindness. Quickly grab yourself a box of tissues and hit the subscribe button if you are ready. This baby dolphin swims into a dead end and throws itself ashore in desperation, but thankfully this woman notices. She decides to take it into the sea and hope it finds its way home. Go ahead little guy, swim to your mother and make sure you don't lose her again. Sometimes people come across animals who are in need, but in this case the polar bear found a human to help him out. It turns out the bear actually got his tongue stuck inside this old can and was having trouble eating.
Бля, ну отпусти или чё? А, у него уже челюсть застряла.
After several attempts, the man was able to get the bear's tongue unstuck and save him from any further trouble. Hopefully the bear doesn't find himself in that situation again. This dog simply stops breathing while the owner takes it out on a walk. The owner is certain the dog is already gone, but thankfully this random person decided to stop and help. This reminds me, I need to take some CPR classes. This poor cat froze onto the ice next to a walking path, but these women stopped to help the poor cat. She will be fine now. This woman saw someone's dog swept away by waves during a storm. During her second attempt, she was able to reach him. This cat found itself in a very tough situation, being attacked by a bunch of dogs. Awful to think about what would have happened if this man had not stopped and come to the rescue. A poor fox spent days trying to get out of this cold canal. Upon seeing some humans, it begs for its life. They try to help it climb out on its own, but end up having to save it with their own hands. This king cobra was found trapped in a fishing net, and thirst would have finished her had these people not helped her out and gave her water. These two pups wanted to play in the mud, but ended up wandering into a tar pit. If these people had not been driving past, no one would have heard them howling for help. An elephant ended up falling into a hole the exact size of itself. It took a whole group of people to find a way to save it and keep it alive. A shark was swept onto a beach, but these beachgoers were able to revive it with some water and drag it back into the ocean. Goodbye, Sharky. There is nothing more dangerous than a cornered animal, but that didn't stop this brave man from helping save this trapped cougar. This baby goat found itself stuck in the weirdest place, but these men were kind enough to help it out by removing the tire.
parang qui.
A puppy passed out during a fire, and this fireman helped bring it back to life with CPR. During a wedding, one of the guests saw that a dog needed help. Later, he was joined by another person, and finally the dog was saved. Looks like we got a new guest for the wedding. These fishermen accidentally caught a 400-pound ray, so they called a team of professionals to help save it. After some tests, they were able to finally release it back into the wild. The police officer saved these ducklings that fell into a drain and returned them to their mother. This dog came to people for help to remove plastic stuck around its head. Look how grateful he is for their help. Firefighters pulled this pit bull from a burning house. It took a lot of effort to bring it back to a stable condition.
Ну чего, будем жить-то, а?
Чучуйся.
An entire village gathered to help a wounded elephant. First they pulled it out of the water with great effort, then it was time to heal the animal. It took a lot of work, but the elephant started to feel much better. This eagle was begging for some water on a hot day.
Смотри, какой хороший.
This pony was born with only 3 legs, and now it can walk for the first time in its life. Thanks to these amazing prosthetics given to the animal. A poor dog was swept away by this flood, but this group of men were determined to work together to save it, and thankfully they did just that. Yay for teamwork. This little reef shark got hooked, but luckily these ladies helped it out. Sometimes rescuing an animal might take some creativity. With a small basket and some rope, these people were able to save a stuck kitty from this river it fell into. How this cat got stuck on the 31st floor is a concern in itself, but figuring out how to save it from the edge was another problem to solve. Fortunately, using a net, they were able to do just that. Extreme wildfires have caused unprecedented damage to wildlife and their habitats. In fact, the Australian wildfires killed, harmed, or displaced as many as 3 billion animals. Here is one of those victims, a kangaroo who got seriously hurt by one of those wildfires, being shown some care and support by a kind human being. While kangaroo suffering may make you suffer a little, the fact that it is being given the necessary aid can give you some warmth to your heart. When catastrophic floods happen, some animals might be left alone, as people usually try to save their own life first. This horse was left alone in a flooded zone until a rescue squad came and helped it get safely back to land. We hope with these videos we have helped restore your faith in humanity by just a little bit. Have you ever helped an animal in need? If so, please be sure to tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if it inspired you. See you later!